What's up everybody, it's Lucas and you're watching Fine Tuning. Today we're going to be checking out some really cool all-analog tube-driven pedals from my friend Chuck at Bootlegger Guitar. And when I say tube-driven, I mean these pedals literally have a window where you can see the preamp tube inside of them. These are 12AT7s, by the way. This is Shifty's 8-ball boost with beautiful artwork in honor of Big Daddy Roth. This pedal has a control for drive, which is of course how much distortion is added to the signal. It has a tone control, which is of course how bright or dark the signal is. It has a two-position mode switch. So in the center, or I guess left, depending on how you look at it, position, you'll hear it click. It's more of a kind of a tube screamer style tone where it's kind of mid-heavy and the bottom gets sucked up a little bit, which is a great sort of tightening effect if you're running it into an already overdriven sound. Or in the tube position, you get more of kind of a full frequency boost, and there's more bottom in the signal, and it's just like a lot fuller and warmer, and it's just big and fat sounding. So I would say if you're gonna run this in front of a pretty clean sound, like for kind of a mild breakup, then you probably wanna use that setting. It's also a little bit more compressed. And then finally, of course, we have the master volume control. So those of you who are familiar with overdrives know a lot of times you want to kind of hit the master hard so you can drive the front of your amp and then maybe ride back the distortion some. This pedal works great either way. You can use it as more of like a distortion pedal and use this to just get your kind of unity volume. Or if you want to hit the front of an amp hard, this has got plenty of output headroom to do that with as well. So it works both ways. This is the Zapped Up Yours distortion pedal. Again, beautiful artwork. This one in honor of Gilbert Shelton from Zap Comics. Now this pedal can do a lot. Now, first of all, rather than a drive or overdrive type pedal like the tube drive we just looked at, this is a full-blown distortion pedal. So none of the clean signal is blended in with the original sound. This is all a fully distorted sound. So you may or may not want to run this into an already distorted sound. Sometimes that sounds good, sometimes it doesn't. But it absolutely is a full-blown distortion pedal. Now, of course, it has controls for level, which is how much output, and distortion, how much distortion is added to the signal. But also, it has a 3-band EQ, and in particular, it has a mid-frequency control. These are also active EQ controls, which means if you turn them down, they're cutting that frequency, but if you turn them up, then they're boosting that frequency, and that becomes apparent really easily. Now, the thing with the mid-frequency control is if you've ever used something like a Boss Metal Zone, you kind of know what this is doing. So your mid control controls how much mids, less, more, whatever, depending on where the knob's set. But the mid-frequency control controls which section of the mid-range you are adjusting. This pedal has a ton of gain on tap, and it will also sustain forever in a day. As if these pedals weren't cool enough, and they are, Chuck has informed me that if you order one of these, and I will leave links in the description, of course, you can get them with a variety of different knobs. So I've got two different ones here. This is a more traditional kind of black knob that's plastic and it's a little bigger. But you can also get them with these kind of barrel metallic knobs. These are kind of an orangey copper color, but he's got them in all kinds of different colors. So you can kind of customize that as you like. And because these are tube-driven pedals, one of the things that's nice about them is it's pretty easy to take a couple of screws out and you can change in different preamp tubes to kind of adjust the way the sound is and the way the feel is. So you can kind of endlessly experiment with these because all preamp tubes are different.